Everybody, welcome to the Wednesday edition of the Austin Dotted Podcast. I'm your host, Austin Gerke, and this is a little earlier than usual, but I got to get it in before the Ravens-Steelers game. I know I've said it on Friday and I've said it on Monday. Whenever this game was going to get played, I'm still taking the Steelers, but I'm going to tell you why in the next segment. Plus, I'll give you the games to watch in college basketball and even more sports news. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. So I'm doing this episode a little earlier than usual, just in time for the Ravens-Steelers game to finally get played. Remember, this game was done. It was supposed to be on Thanksgiving night, then it got moved to Sunday morning, and then it got moved to Tuesday, and then it got moved to today. Thankfully, that game will be played, and I still believe the Steelers will win this game because, I'm sorry, Baltimore's missing way too many pieces because of COVID. Remember, they're activating people off their rosters now, but still won't make that much of a difference. Pittsburgh's defense is probably the second best in the league, first overall in sacks, and yet it just won't matter. Now, as far as the score is concerned, considering that it's a divisional matchup, consider both of these teams probably will score. Remember, it's first to 28 maybe. 28-25 Steelers over the Ravens. This game will be close, but I still think the Steelers will keep their undefeated season alive and head into their matchup with Washington at 11-0. Or not 11-0, sorry. Where is it? No, it is 11-0. Because they're 10-0 right now. Yeah, it's 11-0. Because I forgot they had the bye week in week 4 because of the COVID outbreak with Tennessee. So they're 11-0. Other than that, Pittsburgh will win that. And now I'm going to, instead of doing a little cute little music transition into the next segment, I'm just going to jump right into it right now. Here are the games to watch in college basketball tonight. I mean, I can recap yesterday's games, albeit I probably will. Hold on. Let's go to NCAA Division I. Let's go to yesterday. See what happened. USC beat BYU. Another action in the Coaches Classic matchups. Where are they? Michigan State beats Duke in Cameron Indoor. Granted, without any fans, but Tom Izzo isn't complaining. Michigan State beat Duke 75-69. Let's see. Where is and Kansas beat Kentucky. So that tells you how much I know. Kansas beat Kentucky 65-62. That game was a little closer. What other one seems more interesting? And there were some canceled in there. Fine, whatever. Okay, there weren't that much. So we're going to jump to today, Wednesday, December 2nd. Let's see. We've got one in progress right now. It's Indiana and Stanford. Indiana is leading 31-26 at half. Let's see what games are interesting. There are plenty of postponed and canceled ones. St. John's BYU. That's an interesting one. West Virginia and Gonzaga. Number 1 team in the nation. The Zags will take on the Mountaineers on ESPN at 4 o'clock. Bear with me, folks, because I'm just taking a while to find these. Let's see. No, these are just not that watchable. Ugh. San Jose State and Pepperdine got canceled. Yeah. Colorado, Arizona got postponed. Okay, Missouri and Oregon. That's interesting. Any of these other ones? No. And sorry for the stomach growl. Okay. No. Okay, so that's fine for now. Remember, we got one in progress. Trying to think of what else. Oh! I totally forgot. We had the college football rankings revealed last night, too. Let's jump to those. Come on, phone. I know you're working. Okay. The football rankings now, as we speak, in the top 25 for the playoff rankings. Got Alabama at 1, Notre Dame at 2, Clemson at 3, and Ohio State at 4. So nothing has changed in the top 4. Or even in the top 6, because you got A&M at 5, Florida at 6, Cincinnati at 7, Georgia at 8, Iowa State at 9. The Hurricanes are at number 10, Oklahoma's at number 11, Indiana's at number 12, BYU is at 13. They moved up 1 in the rankings. Northwestern is now at 14. Oklahoma State's at 15. Wisconsin's at 16. North Carolina's at 17. Coastal Carolina's at 18. Iowa's at 19. USC is 20th. They're the highest ranked Pac-12 opponent as of right now. Got Marshall at 21st. Washington at 22nd. Oregon at 23rd. Tulsa, and then the Raging Cajuns of the University of Louisiana, rounding out the top 25 in the college football playoffs. But as far as the playoffs are concerned, the top 4 did not change. Alabama is at 1, Notre Dame 2, Clemson 3, and Ohio State at 4. Quite frankly, why would there be any change when there isn't that many games going on? So there's your college roundup. It just went from college basketball, where we all only have one game in progress and a bunch of meh. Other than Gonzaga and West Virginia, it's a bunch of meh. And yesterday, it was the reveal of the college football playoff rankings. Again, remember, these aren't official until December 20th. So, do they mean anything right now? No. Clemson still has to play Notre Dame again in the ACC title game. And Alabama still has to take care of business against Florida in the SEC title game. So we still have a long way to go for that. And Ohio State still has to win the Big Ten. And as I mentioned on Monday, there's a long process for if these games can't happen. So you might have to listen to that one later on down the road. But now we can jump to the news stories in Before I Go. For this BIG, normally it's not even normally. For this BIG, I'm going to the one woke sport that I tend to avoid. It's not necessarily soccer or the MMA, even though the MMA is not that woke. But instead, we're going to the king of all woke sports that needs to go away, the NBA. Why? Because they're the only ones actually making news at this point right now that isn't COVID related. LeBron James has extended his contract with the Lakers. He's gotten another $85 million for another 2 years in LA. But then again, he tells us how oppressed he is, right? You just got another $85 million. Congratulations. The other news the NBA is making is they have now released their tentative schedule for 2020-2021. And they've released their Christmas slate for Christmas Day. And I'm going to read those to you now. Let me get to it. Again, this is all tentative. It's not even up yet. But Let's see. The NBA is tentatively scheduled to open its 2020-2021 season on December 22nd, but Christmas Day will again feature the NBA's marquee games to get the season jump-started. Okay, in addition to Doncic playing his first time on Christmas Day, LeBron James and the defending LA Lakers at 8 p.m. Eastern. Zion Williamson is slated to make his Christmas debut when the Pelicans kick off the star-powered holiday games with a visit to Miami to play the reigning Eastern Conference champion Heat at noon Eastern. Again, this is all on Christmas Day. So so far you got the Mavs and the Lakers, the Pelicans and the Heat. So that's 2 games right there. Okay, visit to Miami. Okay, the Pelicans played on Christmas Day last year, blah, blah, blah. After that game, Steph Curry makes his return to the Christmas stage when the Warriors visit Giannis. So we got the Bucks and Warriors, Mavs, Lakers. What other one did I just say? Mavs, Lakers, and Pelicans, Heat. And then you got Brooklyn against Boston. And then you have the Clippers and Nuggets. So to replay that one more time, Clippers, Nuggets, Nets, Celtics, Lakers, Mavs, Pelicans, Heat, and I just keep missing these. Pelicans, Heat, Bucks, Nets, or not Nets, sorry. Bucks, Warriors. There you go. So there are 5 games. The Lakers and Mavs will be the highlight, of course. They're going to place that at 5 o'clock on Christmas Day. I'll post the link to the schedule on the episode description. But that's really it. And this has been Before I Go. Thank you for listening to the Austin's Audit Podcast. I've been your host, Austin Gerke. Don't forget to follow this show on Podbean. Just search for the Austin's Audit Podcast. You can also listen to the show on Spotify, Google, Apple if you know the trick, Deezer, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music as well. So next time you're on your Alexa-enabled device, just say, "Hey Alexa, play the Austin's Audit Podcast on Amazon Music." You can also follow me on Twitter. My handle is at Austin_Gerke for post-show interaction. You can also follow this show's Facebook page. The page in the search bar. Just search for the Austin's Audit Podcast on Facebook to follow the page. Let's see that. Oh, and for all the people that are anti-Twitter, Facebook, and Alphabet Google /YouTube, just go on to the parlor, where the handle is at capital A, lowercase d, GERK 14 pod. Again, that is capital A, and then the rest of it is lowercase d, GERK 14 pod. That is the parlor handle to go on there. You can also follow this show on Rumble. Yes, I know. Again, I keep saying this every time until January 4th. It is ironic that you're putting an audio only show on a video platform, but it is possible. You can follow this show on Rumble. You can click subscribe to get all the videos. Remember, in the search bar, you go to that drop-down menu where it says videos. You go to in that drop-down menu, you switch it from videos to channels, and you search capital A, and then the rest of this is lowercase, so D, GEHRKE. Again, that is capital A, and then the rest of it is lowercase, D, GEHRKE. You can subscribe to the show on Rumble. You'll get plenty of the old episodes, hopefully. But it's taking a while to get some of those monetized. Sorry, guys, I'm kind of jumbling these. Today and yesterday, I was jumbling all these in to go. So it's rapid fire, rapid pace, but still the same show quality, still the same pizzazz, still the same energy, just trying to get it all fired at you at once, because I know this is the holiday season. We're all kind of busy trying to get everything in for the end of the year. But I will see you guys tomorrow. This has been the Austin's Audit Podcast, and I've been your host, Austin Gerke. See you guys tomorrow. Peace.